Alright, let us deploy the three-tier application, not on the AWS, not on the Azure, but on the VMware infrastructure. So you might be saying, what is new into this? Well, if you really want to understand how the production grade applications were deployed on the on-premises server, so it's really important for us to understand the concept of the virtualization. So we already know the concept of virtualization and hypervisors. So most of us are working on the hypervisor tool for the doing the local demo purposes. But there are few people that really know about the hypervisor one, which is then a hypervisor which runs on the underlying hardware resources. So in big tech giants, it is mostly used. So there are two vendors of this most that are most popular in the market, which are the VMware and the Nutanix. So if we talk about the VMware hypervisor, it's an VMware ESXi, which allows us to create the multiple virtual machine based on the underlying infrastructure. So in today's demo, we are going to set up our own lab, and I'm going to show you how you can set up your own ESXi, and how you can leverage the concept of the nested virtualization. So so if you want to really know about how to do this, how to perform this demo, so stick with me.
Hello guys, so I'm on my screen. So let us talk about what are the prerequisite for this demo. So first, as I talked, we are going to use a hypervisor one, but in order to run our hypervisor, we should have some platform. Okay, so you already know that what is hypervisor one. So hypervisor one is an hypervisor which runs on your underlying infrastructure. So if you compare it with the hypervisor two, which is runs on the underlying OS. So what is the main difference in them? Because see, in production applications, we generally use hypervisor one because see, you don't want the underlying OS to be handled by your by you can use the VMs to create that. But it's very important for us to understand the concept of the hypervisor one here because if you want to understand the production grade applications, how they work and how they are deployed, so it's very important for us to understand these concepts. So if you ever try to spin up some hypervisor tools, for example, if we talk about the VirtualBox and the VMware workstation, so inside that they run on our operating system. For example, I have this workstation here. So it will run on the existing operating system. So, but what we want in production is that we will not use any type of hypervisor 2 here because we don't want the dependency on the operating system. So this makes the system very complex to troubleshoot and to handle. So that's why we have the independent hypervisor one, which directly runs on your underlying hardware devices. So that's being said, as we already talked, what is our concept here? So you might be saying, but how you are going to run this on your system? Well, I have the good amount of hardware resource as I talked about this. I have the Asus F15, F17. It has an 16 GB of RAM. Then I have the multiple cores. Also, it comes with the fast SSD, so it will be easy for us to implement the demo. But here is the tricky thing. In order to run the hypervisor one, we should have some platform. So that platform is a nested virtualization. So what is a nested virtualization? What I'm going to do now is that I am going to create a one, you know, virtual machine, and inside that virtual machine I'll be installing the VMware ESXi. So what do I mean by that? So if I'll go to the Canva, if I want to show you the architecture, how it will be. So for example, if I select the whiteboard, so here you can see that I have this tool. So let us see. So for example, this is your hardware device. Okay. So I'll call it as an your hardware where. So this hardware will be having some specifications. If I'm not wrong, this will be having some specifications. For example, let's take then good image, so it will be easy for us to understand. So this is your hardware, and this is your computer. For example, in my case, it is. For example, I'll take this ASUS F17. So I'll be having the particular things here. For example, I'll be having the RAM, then I'll be having storage, HDD or SSD. Then I'll be having the, you know, I'll be having the CPU and this kind of things. So this is my hardware device, and I have this. So it's a common in all the hardware devices, as you already know about it. So this is also my device, and I have these configurations in my PC, for example. So it can be, for example, I have the 16 GB of RAM. Okay, and then I'll have the 550 um, GB of storage of SSD, and I have the two CPUs of Intel i5 generation, i5 and 11 generation. So this is my configuration, and this is my hardware device. So what hypervisor 1 does, it sits on this underlying hardware device directly. Hypervisor 1. So it can be your any hypervisor. So it sits on there, sits on your infrastructure, and it runs directly on your underlying hardware resources. So it can be your uh, VMware ESXi. So this is one type of hypervisor, and this, yeah, it can be Hyper-V. This is provided by the Microsoft itself. So it will be running on your this thing, and that's how you will create the virtual machines. So the you already know that hypervisor is an technology that allows you to allocate the resources to your virtual machines. So this capability is provided by your virtual hypervisor, and the the feature is the virtual machine. What do I mean by that? Is that virtualization is concept where you can create the multiple instance of your hardware based on the configuration that you have, and the technology that allows us to create this virtual machine is an hypervisor. So it's a really simple definition, I think so. Then you can really understand it. So uh, just I want to make sure that uh, I'll be choosing this choosing this type of let me call it as an VM1. So this is VM1, and same this will be our VM2 here, and this will be reflected here, and same it will be reflected here. So here you can see that we have this particular good VMs. Okay, so this is all running on the your underlying uh, hypervisor. So this is connected with this, this. This is a technology which allows us to create the virtual machine, and this is runs on your hardware device. So I think you must be clear on this, and I think we are ready to proceed further. But instead, this is a production grade application setup. Okay, this is what I shown you. This is an actual production setup. But what I am going to show you today is a little bit different. But concept is the same. If you talk about this, so here we'll be having VMs will be same, and only step will be different is that instead of you having this, you know, instead of you having this hardware, this layer, we will be adding one more layer here. So I'll explain you what is this. So I'll be adding one layer, which is your, you might have already guessed this. Okay, this is your operating system. So light, great. It has become great. So let me show you what do I mean. So this will be like this. This is your OS, and the OS will run on your hardware. So yeah, that's how it is. And you might be saying that it's a similar to the hypervisor too. Yeah, it is similar to hypervisor too, but not really, because we are using the nested virtualization concept here. So you might be saying how it is one nested virtualization. Yeah, right. You're absolutely right. But now, instead of deploying this application on the deploying this hypervisor on the hardware resources, what we are going to do is that we are going to create one more machine on top of this OS, and inside that OS, we are going to inside that machine we are going to install the hypervisor. So that's how our architecture looks like. I hope you are clear with this point, and we are ready to proceed with the another step. So let us talk about the prerequisite. So first one is a Broadcom. Let's go to the Broadcom.com. But if you really want to know about the VMware, so you already know that VMware is got acquired by the Broadcom, and Broadcom has an significantly increased their charges on the licensing. So there are some limited resources for free, but still we can access the hypervisor and VMware. So in order to install the hypervisor and VMware, we need to go to this portal. Good. Now you're in this portal. Now what we are going to do is that uh, do one thing. Go to the this tab. Go to the my dashboard. Go to the downloads. Go to the free software downloads here. Yeah, here you can see the VMware vSphere hypervisor. This is a Type 1 hypervisor, and this is your workstation. So go here, and after going here, you just need to click on this and download this thing from here. After download, just download a click there, and it will start the downloading. It will download the ISO file. So you might be saying how we will install the hypervisor. So this hypervisor will come up with the ISO file, and just you need to just like you do with the creating any virtual machines, you just use the ISO file in order to create the virtual machine. So I'll showing you that, not to, no, no, not to worry about it. Then same for the workstation. Go here and download this thing from here. Yeah, it will be for Windows. You can download 17. Linux is there. So that's pretty much good, I think so. After installation of your VMware, it will look like this workstation. Then do one thing. Go here and create a virtual machine. Uh, and one thing to notice here, you can choose the your ISO. You have to choose the ISO file from here. Go to the downloads and choose your VMware hypervisor ISO file. So that's pretty much good. Then click on next. Uh, this is another information because I have chosen the Windows image, but you will be having the ESXi image. So after next, you have to choose your virtual machine's name and choose the file where your files will be located. Then choose a firmware. It will be a BIOS, and this is the most important. You can number of processors, you can give them as in 2 or 3 as you want, and uh, number of cores per processor will be like how many. This is the very important concept, guys. Number of processors means how many number of physical processors you will be giving them virtual machine, and the cores means that how much that particular thing will be executing the instructions. So that is the most important thing to note here. And go the next, and choose the this is the most important. Virtual memory should be like around the it should be around 16 to 32. That is most important thing. And this is also most important thing, which is a network type. So you need to choose a network as a bridge, because after you will be creating the virtual machine on top of the hypervisor, you should have the unique IP address. So your router will assign the unique IP address for your bridge network. If you use a NAT, it will hide behind your host IP address, and it will translate it, but it will only get the one IP address. And if you use only host, it will be using it will be only communicating with your host only, but I want this to be separated from the all the things, so I'll be choosing bridge network. Then by default all the settings will be great. Create a new virtual disk, that is great. And by default you should choose the 100 GB. But here's the trick: you'll be not assigning the all the 100 GB, because it does not take the your all 100 GB, it will shrink accordingly. So right, we have done this. Choose a vmdk file where we will be storing the vmdk file. Then bus, click on finish, and yeah, and follow the setup along uh, with this ESXi. After the installation, you will be getting this interface. So it will be have some IP address and other things. First thing to do here is that customize your IP address. So you want to make your IP address is in static. So what you will do is that you will go to the F2 tab. So press on F2. Uh, I'll place the F2. Okay, you need to follow along with me. Okay, now while installation you must have created some password. So type the password here. Nice. And go to the configure management network. Then go to the IPv4 configuration. Now here's the tricky thing: you need to check your first router's gateway, router default gateway IP address. So in order to do that, what you are going to do is that you'll be going to your CMD and search for IP config. So here you can see that my default gateway IP address is in 192.168.2.1.1, means that it's a class C's IP address. So you need to check your router's IP address, router's gateway's IP address. Then and then you can assign the static IP address. So why I'm changing this IP address? Because see, you will be accessing this ESXi host a lot of times. So in order to do that, we need to make sure that our ESXi host get the static IP address. So you don't, your DHCP server will not assign the, you know, new IP address each time when you shut down your PC or when you restart it. So I don't want my DHCP server to assign me a new IP address every time. So that's why I'm saying to you to check your existing infrastructure that we have, and make sure that you'll be okay. Now I have know my default gateway, so I have entered the default gateway, and make sure that your gateway and the IP range you have provided, it will should be inside the range of this. So I have chosen the 1.128, because these three octet are reserved for the network, as you already know this concept. So if you don't know the networking, that's you should need to check on the internet first, then come on to this video. So yeah, this is a subnet mask. Subnet mask, you already know this tells the network bits and the other bits, and these are default gateway. So that's pretty much good, I think. So we are good to go. I already typed my IP address. You can give it on one to any 255 254 till 254 you can give, and that's how it works, nigga. That's how it's work. And let us go and click on OK. Just you need to enter the OK, and then it will be set up. Okay, that's pretty much good, I think. So next what we are going to do is that we'll be opening this thing on the browser. So after your installation, it will be assigning static IP address, and it will show you the IP address here. So go to the this IP address, which is 192.120. Yeah, and enter the password that you have got while installation. So this is a hypervisor one, guys, as we already talked about this. So this is running inside our underlying VM, which is another hardware resource. So this is called as a nested virtualization concept. So this is very important thing for us to know about it. Okay, so I'm inside my ESXi. So now you can see the storage and other things and all. So I'm pretty much sure that you should have a little bit basic knowledge of the, you know, um, how the VMware infrastructure works and other things. Okay, so yeah, make sure that you should have the knowledge on that, and yeah, that's pretty much good. Mm. Okay, I think so. here is some concept I wanted to know you that just check your memories and other things, and uh, you'll be creating the data store. I think so data store will be created, and you'll be having the networking tab here. So go here and create the virtual machine. So I'll be giving this as an front end, for example, front end, and choose your existing OS. As I'll be showing you this demo on Windows Server, either you can choose your Linux server. So go here, select your Linux type. I'll be choosing the, for example, this. What? Uh, okay, this exists already. So yeah, go choose your data store. Will be your file will be stored. Go customize it, and here is the important thing: allocate your memory, RAM, and the CPU, and that's it. And choose the network adapter as an VM network, because by default it will allow you to connect with your LAN. And that's it. Click on finish. Same, you need to create the three VMs just like this. After creation of these VMs, just power on these VMs, and make sure to choose the ISO file. uh, just go here, if you really want to choose any ISO files in later on concepts. Go here, go to this CD and TBD driver, and choose your data. Inside the data store, you need to upload your ISO file, and after that you can choose your ISO file here. So that's how it works. And I'll be logging into my front end application. So this is my front end VM. Same, you need to create the three VMs for our 3-tier application deployment. And I think so. Great. We should be able to log in into our machine now. Now here's the tricky thing, because we are inside the nested virtualization, so you need to click on this key and go here. Boom, we are inside our virtual machines, and we have a lot of things here. As you know, um, just to make sure that you have this interface ready, and just go here and go to the PowerShell. Great. And go to the downloads CD. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much good setup till now. So same. What I'm going to use today is that I have this my GitHub repository. I'll be sharing you this link in below if you really want to use my 3-tier application. So this is a blogging website that I have written by my own thing, written by my own hands. So as you already know, we have this architecture of the uh, okay, I'll show you 3-tier architecture. This is our React app, React app. Then you have this middleware layer, which is in your Node.js. And then you have your DB, which is an MongoDB. So that is hosted inside our VMs, as I already shown you my first VM. I'll be showing you the every VM. No, don't worry about it. So this is our first VM, and if I'll show you that, um, okay, I'll show you the all the VMs, then we will proceed with the next instructions. So click on database layer. Okay, now our VM is starting. Yes, pretty much good till now. Okay, just to make sure that you'll be entering this, mm, just send the keys to the OS, because it doesn't work on the, if you press the Control Alt Delete. Okay, here we are inside the our database database VM. Same, it's the same as our Windows. Go to here, Chrome, download the MongoDB server. Go to your Chrome browser. Hmm. Uh, Search here for MongoDB server. Right? Go here and click on download, and you'll be downloading the MongoDB server. So after downloadation, you want to make sure that you are you know go to the program files and MongoDB, go to the bean server, and I want this the DB to be accessed by another network also. So by default, it's only allows us to communicate with the local. So go to this MongoDB and make this bind IP as n000. Okay, after doing that, go back to your screen and open the MongoDB Compass. Yeah. Now do one thing. Your VM will get some IP address here. After your VM will be getting IP address, just to make sure that you're refreshing this page, your VM will get the IP address, and this IP address you need to copy from here. 192.168.1. Okay, that's pretty much good. Go back to your VM that you have, and let us try to connect with our own VM here. So what I'm going to do that I'm going to edit this connection string and 192. Yeah, I'll be saying 192.8. Yeah, here you can see we are successfully able to connect to our VM. If I'll again show you the connection string, so here is our connection string, which is our IP address and our MongoDB port. So that's how we connected with our database. Now, you might be saying how it will be accessible by our another network. So that's pretty much good because here, to one thing to note here is that go to the firewall checking, and make sure that your firewall is turned off. So for some reason, you need to turn off your firewall. Either what you can do is that if you want to be a secured network, go to the advanced setting and click on the inbound rules and allow the only inbound rules to be accessed. Okay, that's you can do. Either you can restrict the firewall for now, but the best practice is to create the inbound rule. Okay, uh, yeah. Now my VM is and also in good use, I think so. And let us go to this. You already seen this database layer. Now go to this backend layer. So backend is our in our Node.js. You already know that. Okay, I'll be sending the key here. Okay, nice. Make sure to enter the password and all. Hmm. Okay, now we are inside our backend server. Now it's very important to us to make sure that our backend is running, but it is not. So what I wanted to do is that. Uh, Just clone this repository from here and go to your machine and clone this repository. Or else you can directly go on your either Chrome browser and you can do that. But what I'm going to do is that I already have this set up, so uh, you just need to copy my things and I'll be showing you what you need to fill there. Uh, okay, now I'm inside my PowerShell. Now it will be opening soon. Just go here. See, here is our application running on 8000 port. But here you can see it is currently stopped because we are not running our. So what is the issue for PowerShell? Go to the PowerShell, open this thing here. Now here you can see that I have this blogging website that I have cloned. I just did the git clone and the repository name. Same you need to go to the blogging website and I want to start the API. So I'll go to the API. Great. And I also want to make sure that this API is using the right URL. So I'll say get content of this env. So here you can see we have this IP address, but this is wrong because my IP address is changed for the VM. So what I'm going to do is that uh, I'll be changing this thing. I'll be saying notepad and .env. So I need to change this. See, here is the things you need to mention. You should have the MongoDB URL that we already seen how to configure MongoDB um, pi. For example, I have just given a pi, and here is our 8. The IP address is changed already. We already talked about this. Now pretty much good till now. Okay, everything is set up. Just to make want to make sure that you have the Node.js installed. And other things is also Node.js npm. You can download it through anywhere. And just like we do for the normal application, just to make sure you're doing the npm start. Yes, DB is connected. Let's make sure. This is our backend. That is not an issue. Okay, so backend is up and running. So now what I'm going to do is that I'll be going to this front end. Now this front end has this IP address of 7 and this backend has an IP address of 9. So I want to make sure that my front end is using the right IP address. So go to our front end. I hope you are able to understand because you must have deployed the various good applications on the cloud native environment. So I think that will be very easy for you. Okay, just try to enter your password here on the front end. Now we already talked about this. Okay, now I have these things here. Um, I already shown you. Just to go here for the front end, you need to install the Nginx. So we are going to use the Nginx for our front end deployment. Go to the browser, search for the Nginx for Windows, download the Nginx, extract the file. After extracting the file, you'll get to know. Now here's the interesting thing. From here you can access your 192.192. If I'll go here and if I'll just uh, go here and see, here is your backend IP address. So nice. Because why it is able to access? Because I have disabled the firewall, but you can securely allow your traffic to this. So now we know that this is on this port running. So what I want is to I have this Nginx installed. So I'm going to this this directory. Inside that I have also have the one directory. Inside this you need to change the HTML file. So this is a directory. Inside that you will be having these assets. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to delete the this file. Remove item. Remove item. I'll be showing path. Path will be, I think so. Path will be this one. Okay, go here. Just make sure this path will be in your hand, and just to make it sure to, I'll be I'll be making this screen bigger. Sorry for that. Uh, it will be very easy for you to understand then. Uh, just make sure that this is under your double quotes, and inside that I have something called HTML, and I want to delete everything inside the HTML. So yes, click on yes, A for yes for all, yes. Now if you go to the CD HTML and do the ls, there is nothing because this is a main directory which is serving our files. So now that is, you'll be saying that is nice concept, Om. But what about the application? Now go to the our CD blogging website. You can just do the same concepts. Copy the clone the repository, do the things, and go to the front end. Sorry, go to the front end, and here you can see we have some things. But now what I want to rebuild my dest file, because you know that our backend IP address has been changed. So what I'm going to do, that I'm going to change the backend IP address. So .env, this is your backend IP address. So this is got to the 9, I think so. And you just to, if you want to make sure that it is right, go here, copy this IP address, and paste it here. Go here, paste it here, and check if it backend running. Yes, it is running. Then I think we are good to go. Save the changes. I think we have saved. If you want to check .env, you can do. Here is a perfect IP address, I think so. And do one thing is that now do npm build, npm build, sorry, npm run build. Now it will be building your project and all. Now, yeah, we got our models inside this. So if you go to this dist folder, here you can see that we have this dist folder ready. So now what I want to copy this dist folder, the files inside this dist folder, into the my particular Nginx repository. What I'm going to do, that I'm going to say copy item, copy item. So I'll be saying give me the path. It will be saying, so path will be this front end demo. Just want to make sure that it is under the quotes. It's a best practice to keep everything inside the quotes. And here is your dist folder, and inside that I want everything to be copied to where? To, I said I want this to be copied. So type the destination, and the path will be this. We already have done this path. This is the path, destination path. Uh, put a copy here and say the HTML. That's it. I think we have successfully copied this. If you just want to make sure that it is getting copied, so just go to this CD and just make sure that you have this assets. If you want to confirm, go to this your browser, run on the run your local turn on your local host, because Nginx runs on the port 80. Uh, okay, you need to start your Nginx service. I think so. So start your Nginx service. So I think, yeah, now our Nginx service will be starting soon. You'll be seeing the page here. Yeah, yep. we got the page. It is still in starting phase, I think so. It will take some time. Just want to make sure that your Nginx is turned on now. Oh, okay. Why it is not running till now? It is taking some time to run. I think it has hold the cache. Okay, it will take some time. Once it has been served, I think it has been taking so much time. So do one thing. Um, uh, it is taking some time. So what we can do till then, is that we can go to this PowerShell. Let's go to our directory and just try to manually run this. Go to the front-end app and go to this npm start. Okay, npm run dev, I think so. Yep, we are inside our thing. So it's running on this particular port. Copy this, go here, try to paste it here, and boom, you got your application running. Now, just to want to make sure if you are able to create users or not. And here's a proof it is using the backend URL. So here I'm doing the fetch and XAR. Just I'll be sending my name. Type your yeah, it is successful. You can see here is it is doing the backend call for your backend. So here you got this, and just try to make sure that you are login into this gmail.com. Now it will take some time in logging. You are successfully able to sign in, that you know. Just check this backend one more time. Is it actually running or not? I'll just make sure that my backend is up and running always to make the backend API call. Yeah, yep, it is running. Okay, let us make sure that we have this API. Just to make to sure that type your IP email address that you used for the login purpose. Yes, you have login, and now you can go to create blogs, and I'll say let us check for the backend API also. Same thing. Um, I'll say Rohit is best captain, and choose your file that you have. It can be any type of images. quickly. Yep, we were able to create this blog. Here you can see we are able to create the blog successfully. So here you can see everything is there. I hope you guys understood what is the concept and how we have deployed this three-tier application. Now it's easy to implement by this your side. I hope you will try this out and just make sure that you learn about the ESXi, because if you don't know ESXi, you will be not able to implement this demo. And just follow along with me what I did. It's very easy. Once you create the virtual machine, it's very easy. It's just like you deploy with your Windows server. You can do the same on the your Linux server. So I'll be taking the break from here. Thank you guys for watching.